I am not great at what I'm going to speak about, but then I've got like 3.5 years of experience in what I'm going to speak about. How to graduate your work, uplifting your work, and build your work ethic. So probably we are just going to talk about how can you do more of work so that you can uplift you, your business, your brand, your family, your status, your standard of living with just one concept. How can you elevate your work ethic? So this is one of the videos that I've learned about work ethic from Patrick Bet-David. You can just search for Patrick Bet-David on YouTube / space work ethic. There are a lot of videos of him, and this one thing that I'm going to talk to you about is going to be about, see, you cannot, I'm going to be very honest and very straightforward in this one video where I just want to let you know that entrepreneurship is not for everyone. And when you are into entrepreneurship, you need to be learning, doing, working on a lot of things simultaneously, as well as maintain your stress and calm levels. Okay? So point number one, what we're going to talk about, see, I'm going to talk to you. There is a lot of like 4-hour work week. There is a lot about you work less, be more productive, automate a lot of stuff, delegate a lot of stuff so that you have freedom. That's great, but then at the end of the day, to build a business, you need to work a lot. To build a brand, you need to be working a lot. So I was working on this one particular business. We are recording this in 15th of September 2022. I have literally been working on this, the academy. Back in the day, it used to call Conquer Digital Business Model, then Conquer Business Model, then so many different names came all the way to the Academy of Artists and Scientists. Now I'm kind of focusing, planning to change the name to the House of Introvert Entrepreneurs, or probably by the time you're watching it. So it came through a lot of evolutions and refining for huge stuff in a span of like 3.5 years. So I started this one journey way back in 2019. And when I started off way back in 2019, I used to work sometimes, I used to take a break sometimes. I used to work sometimes, I used to take a break sometimes. I used to work for like 9 hours, take a break sometimes. Then COVID came, I started working with my mentor and starting to coach and mentor a lot of people of his community. That started to give me so much of experience, exposure, credibility, a lot of cool things, a lot of context, a lot of network. But then I was not working on my business part of it. Work ethic went over here, my business came over here. Then I started to work and bring this up. But then when I was working, I was just focusing on two things. I have to record courses, I have to do the meetings, the table calls that I do. But then either of it was not generating any good, was not doing any good to me. Courses were being created 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, never seen a daylight. This part of it, the meetings, I was definitely doing meetings. I was like, but the whole concept of me that doing that meetings was to generate cash flow. Now I was generating cash flow, but then what? 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees a month. A single little month, like 2021, I'm hardly made what, 50 to 60,000 rupees a year. I made like more than 70 to 80,000 rupees, but then that was just in one whole year, not a month, in a whole year. I'm focusing on just 2 meetings. So I used to get up in the morning, do my workout, do my journaling, have food, create courses, not even record courses, do these meetings, get tired, have dinner, watch a movie, go to sleep. I thought that was work until last month. I was still doing it. I'm working really hard, but then that was not bringing me any money, any cash. I was working very hard on business part of it. I was thinking I was working hard, but then I was not. Now in last 1 month, what I started to notice is I need to be doing more of priority work and more of priority work, like literally more of priority work, where I should not be spending like 2 hours on working full 24 hours. That's not going to work. Like you're building a business, okay? You need to be working on in more hours. The way we work 9 to 5 for companies, why can't Fazal work for Fazal's own business? Fazal's own business. So I'm currently broke. I'm starting off the journey, and when I am starting off something now, I need to be putting, like when the vehicle is not starting, and you want to push the vehicle to a specific stage or a pump, you push the bike. In the beginning, you need to be putting a lot of efforts, like literally a lot of efforts. Okay. Point number one, okay, now coming to point number one, is increase the pace of your work. Okay, now how do you increase the pace of your work? So one of the things that I always was against as an introvert, as a person, was stop saying me take massive actions. Massive actions is not for Fazal. When you take in massive actions, you just take one massive action and you're already burned out. That was me. See, a month back, until a month back for all 3 years. In last 1 month, what I realized, only when you take massive actions, what I used to think was you have to take like baby actions. then you upgrade it, and then you upgrade it, and then you keep on upgrading, and all come all the way to massive actions. By the time you come all the way to massive actions, 3 years are already gone. And by the time this 3 years already gone, for me personally, what started to happen is it started to come is that as a consequence. There is a cost when you become lazy. There is a cost when you start procrastinating. There is a cost and a consequence when you start delaying things to do. It may not be very nice at the beginning part of it, because you just go watch Netflix or do one meeting over here, record this way. That is going to accumulate, and there is going to be stress for you, because you'll come to a point where you will yourself become so much stressed, and after that moment also, if you do anything, you will not be able to meet your own standards. This stage where I am in. So what do I mean by massive actions over here is when you increase the pace of your work. Say you take baby actions not for like 2000 years, 2000 years, right? Not for like 2 years. You take baby actions in the beginning for just 10 days so that you can warm the working muscle. Like when you are starting to learn calligraphy, you cannot sit and learn calligraphy for straight 9 hours. You cannot do that. You can do it for 9 minutes in the beginning. Then you get frustrated. Then you get not frustrated, you get exhausted. This muscle is never put into use to train your to learn calligraphy basically. So when you're doing it for the first time, you get exhausted. Then you do say 9.5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 11 minutes, then 12 minutes. What's starting to happen is the topic. You start graduating your muscle and bringing the work ethic. There will be a time where you'll be doing for like 2 hours very fluently. You'll be able to do it for like next 5 years very fluently. But that fluently will happen when you start increasing the pace. If you keep on doing it, you will keep on doing it the way I did. I did this for good 3 years, and trust me, I have been broke for last 3.5 years. Say all 6 years of my life, and from the day I started, I give you like 4 years, like 2018 I came back to India, 19, 20, 21, 22. I have been broke for like 4 years where I hardly make 1 lakh rupees in total revenue. In total revenue. 15th of September 2022. Total revenue. Just because baby steps. It is going to cost you. I am in a stage right now where I am so stressed out. Health is gone, sleep is gone, peace is gone, relationship is gone, trust is gone, credibility is gone, hairs are gone, and there is a cost and a consequence when you do that. So my point being, I'm not scaring off, but then increase the pace of your work very fast. You do like 2 things today, do like 5 things tomorrow, 10 things, 20 things, skip things, 30 things. Keep on doing it. Make that a habit. And that's the reason why we say like you have to be aligned with what you're doing, because when you put pressure on, when you're aligned, you go fast. When you put pressure, if you are not aligned, you burn out. When you burn out, you're like, this is not for me. You go back to what you were doing before. So you need to be aligned so that you put pressure, and even any pressure that you put on, no matter how tiring it is, no matter how how exhausting it is, you keep on moving forward. Point number 2 is drink coffee and start the work. So when you wake up in the morning, so what I started to do since a month, okay, this is very fresh example, very fresh experience, very fresh experience where I started to experience because of what I've been learning myself. And back in the day, I used to wake up, say 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, go pray, work out, journal, talk to a friend, have food, sit with the work, do a meeting, go to pray, do this, go to break, do this. It was not being productive. In 124 hours of day, I was just working for like 1.5, 2 hours. If there's a meeting, 3 hours. I was like, I started thinking like, how was that being even productive for me? And how was it chilling when there's like 1,000 things for me to do? Literally, when you start doing something, there is a lot of things that you need to be doing. Everything starts to come. So you need to be doing this, taking care of this. There's like 1,000 things you need to be doing. I was like, how can you chill for such a long time? So drink coffee and start the work. If you are in a job, you're still working and you're starting a business, don't drink coffee and start the work. Go to work, and then when you come back, you figure out time that you need to be working on. And if you're jobless, you don't do any work, you're just focusing on this one thing, get up in the morning, just like something that I've learned from Alex Hormozi. You should eliminate the time between the moment you wake up all the way to your work. So for me, it was 6 hours already, say 4 hours already. You wake up, you chill, you work out, you journal, you eat, you do that, then you start to work, already energy is gone. So what he said is the moment you eliminate the work and bring this closer, it becomes very easy. For me, what I started to do, I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I make my coffee, sit with the work and the coffee together. And I started to see I'm more productive. So I start my working all the way in the morning, say 11, say 10:45, all the way from 10:45 to 11:30. I start my work and go all the way till we are recording this on 11:12. So there are breaks in between. I have lunch for like 30-45 minutes. Then I have meeting over here. Then I go to prayers 30 to 40 minutes. Go there, go buy groceries. So I'm not working straight 12 hours, but then at least I'm able to push through 9 hours. Okay. Now the third one, how do you build work ethic and graduate to become a great entrepreneur, is going to be about you should be in a hurry. And I'm going to talk to you about the fourth one as well. I think I've covered everything over here. We've got like one more point to 5 points I wanted to share. The third point is be in a hurry. Fourth point is work now for the next phase as well. Be in a hurry is a statement, is a quote from Grant Cardone. This is over here. Time is now all about priority. Be in a hurry. Can I go to like 2 weeks back? Third point is all about be in a hurry. So when you are in a hurry, think about it. You want to launch, you are in a hurry. So when you are in a hurry, you will be so mission focused, you will be so action oriented. Like I just need to do this, that will help me to go there. If I just do this, do 5 little things, not 5 massive things, I'm going to reach over there. So you become focused. Think about it. You go to a grocery shop and you just go through to a grocery shop. You have a prayer to meet in like 5 minutes. The shop is going to close and you need to be at the prayer. You need to be doing a prayer in like 10 minutes. What you do is you walk down this grocery, you need to buy just one little thing. That's what? That's milk. So you walk, you don't see anything. You're already in a hurry. See the go inside, grab the milk, don't see anything, come back, pay the money, come back, keep the milk, either give in the house, keep in the car, keep in the bag, then go to pray. So you're completely focused. You get to see nothing. Think about it. When you are in a hurry to meet a friend, to watch a movie, to go to a prayer, to do anything, when you're driving, you are driving so focused, you don't stop anywhere, you don't meet anyone, you don't talk to anyone, you just like I just want to reach, that's your goal, you're just fixed on it. So when you are in a hurry, how do you become in a hurry? You just have to put that goal in front of you. Fourth point is work now for the next phase. How do you work now for the next phase? So since my webinars were not working, so my webinar like say 4 days down the line, so what I started to think is okay, webinar ready, webinar script is ready, everything when it comes to webinar, all the way till sales part of it is all ready. Advertisements are running, leads are getting generated, so the whole part of it is getting ready. So what can I be doing now? I cannot be sitting on myself just like that, sitting like ducks. It's such a waste of time. So since my webinar is coming, so what I can be doing is I can be working on the next phase. So when you are also in a hurry, so you think about it, this is done for now. By the time I generate sales over here, I can work on something else. Now something else also has to be priority for you. Okay, so what I started to do is I started to working on recreating the existing courses plus adding new courses to it. So I had core business game plan, one of the courses which was 3 years old. What I started to do is I started to work on that one course. So by the time I make the sales, this course flips. It flips by the time that happens, and it did. Not made conversions, but then the course changed. Okay, what can I add more to the stack? So once that is done, I started to create next courses. So this is all work from next phase. So when you are in a hurry, you are always working ahead of the time and keeping on doing things and doing things and doing things. Okay, point number 4. Point number 5 is graduate all the way. I think you understood what I'm saying. Graduate all the way from starting to work from 1 hour all the way to 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours. Because in entrepreneurship, you may grow. I'll say one of the things that I've learned from my mentor and a lot of other huge industry leaders is my mentor was able to reach. Everyone has got their personal goals and agendas and wishes. My mentor, see, I'm broke, but then I observe a lot of things. My mentor was able to reach like a specific target in 4 years. Okay? But as he took like 2 years to reach one target. Okay? 1 million target, 2 years. But what I started to see is in other multiple huge industry leaders, they were able to make 1 million in 1 year and then cross 50 to 60 million in second year and then keep on crossing it one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. When I started to see, it's like, hey, take it. When you subscribe to, you want freedom and you want to work less, it's up to you. But then when it comes to business, business needs to grow. You need to be working on yourself long hours. You need to be automating a lot of things, okay? And when you automate things, it doesn't mean that you don't have to have a team. You don't have to have an employee base. Like there is huge rate of unemployment. Wow. You have a big business. Start bringing people in, employ people, not for charity purposes, so that you can give them employment, as well as the moment you bring them into your business. Business is nothing but how can I grow business, leave a legacy here. Once you bring people in, your business is definitely going to 10x what you're doing. So when you're automating things, what's happening is you need someone to delegate work. Then automation, say email marketing system is set for like 60 days. Someone needs to regularly, constantly look at it and monitor it. So that is delegation part of it. That doesn't mean that you have like freedom. That doesn't mean that definitely there's freedom, you have free time, chilling time, that increases, but then that doesn't mean that you are on vacation 24/7. It means that even you are working, you're automating things, you're delegating things, and you're building an empire. Empire is not built by yourself and just with 2 little employees that you've got, or 10 employees that you've got, or 50 employees that you've got. You keep on expanding. The more you expand, the better you're going to get. The better you're going to get, the bigger brand builds. The bigger brand builds, you're going to get a lot of money. You're going to reach to places and start impacting people who has never heard your name. That's the potential of both online as well as offline business. Specifically, this part of the business where you can do anything and everything. Okay, so these are like the 5 points. Plus, I added a lot of things to it. One where it was directly connected to this. So, how to graduate your work and build work ethic. This is what I mean. Okay? Thanks so much for making this video me and the topic about video. May peace and blessings be upon you and your loved ones. Drop in the comment section what you've learned. I'm going to learn a lot of things from you as well. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in the next video.